Welcome back to Slice of Life with Branman. Today we're going to be talking about anime that I was really skeptical about when I first heard about it many months ago, and that is called Your Boy Kongming. I'm going to read this little description about it and then sort of give my thoughts and let you know on if I recommend it or not. Zhuge Kongming, also known as Zhuge Liang, earned a reputation as one of the greatest tacticians of the Three Kingdoms period of 3rd century China. Having led his army through countless grueling victories, Kongming falls gravely ill during the Battle of Wuzheng Plains. The weariness and regret stemming from the seemingly never-ending war catch up to him, and as he draws his final breath, Kongming wishes that if he were to reincarnate, he would be reborn in a more peaceful era. His wish comes true, and Kongming wakes up in modern-day Tokyo with a younger body and his memories intact. Thrust into an unfamiliar world, he finds his way into a nightclub and meets Aiko Tsukimi, an inspiring singer whose performance immediately captivates him. Pitying his confusion, Aiko takes Kongming under her wing and teaches him about the current world, which leads to Kongming's interest in contemporary music. Seeing Aiko's immense musical potential, Kongming vows to make the world recognize her and soon takes on the role of her manager. Unsurprisingly, the music industry is unforgiving to those who make even the slightest mistake. Still, Kongming is determined to accomplish his goals, even if he must utilize the war stratagems he famously used in his previous life. We're reading that description. Yes, I actually would be a little bit interested in this, but the thing is, the trailer for this never really did a good job of describing the anime, and that's where I sort of have to dock it a few points, because I honestly never would have watched this if I just ran out of things to watch. I must say it was a pleasant surprise. As it says, Kongming gets a reborn on Halloween night in Shibuya in Tokyo. He meets Aiko and goes on to learn about the world, learn about music. Eventually, he does end up using the stratagems that he used in his time, and the episodes do a really good job of sort of giving a little history lesson as well as a recap, sort of describing why the stratagems were used and how similar they were to exactly what he decided to do. So you get to see things like the Stone Sentinel maze that he used to help Liu Bei escape from Lujun after the Battle of Yiling. You see him use the stratagem of creating something from nothing that actually Tasha Su created and used. You see how he was able to capture a ton of arrows during the Battle of Red Cliff, just like in today's world in the final episode. So you do a lot of cool things. Now the animation for this, it's a little hit or miss. The parts that they get right are excellently animated, and those are particularly the musical performances. With this being a music somewhat slice of life anime, you would expect the music performances to be exceptional, and they are. The singing voice for Aiko is great. There were times she made me tear up because I could feel her passion. The parts that they get wrong, it's ugly. There's a lot of parts that just are not animated well, and I think that's because they put all their budget into the musical performances and didn't leave enough over for just some side things. This is a really good anime. I think everyone should watch it, even if you're not a Three Kingdoms fan or anything sort of like that. If you like Music, it's great music. If you like anime, it's a really good anime. It's a really good story. It doesn't really do any fan service, which I'm big on. Like, unless the fan service is really called for, I don't necessarily want it. About the only times they use fan service, they actually have a reason for using it, and I was okay with it. Aside from that, I would probably give this a solid 6, maybe 7 out of 10. That's because, yes, I'm not the biggest fan of Kongming, Jige Liang. Like, any of my friends would tell you, I do not like him. I think he's vastly overrated. I understand why they chose Jige Liang over some of the other uh, choices that they possibly could have used, and he is one of the most recognizable names and figures from that time period. So I do understand it. And like I said, that being said, I do recommend it. It's a really good anime. I really did not go in there expecting to like it as well as I did, and that I really, really, really enjoy it. And hopefully you all will give this one a shot. I don't know what my next anime I'm going to talk about is. Maybe Haikyuu, maybe Devil is a Part-Timer. Who knows? But that's the great thing about Slice of Life. Now, there could be any number of things that I'm going to talk about on this series, because Slice of Life is both brand of a anime as well as sort of giving a little intro into, well, a little introspective look at some of the things I'm interested in. So with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all next time. Peace.